YouTube, welcome back to another reaction, man. Got Twin with me, not paying attention, you know it. Got Twin with me. Finna get into this. I don't even know what we got. Top 10 scary discoveries found in weird places, unexpected places.
When you go out and explore the world, you never know what you may find. You could discover something that changes the way people see the world forever. Or make some really creepy and scary discoveries, as we'll see in this video. From gigantic lines in the ground which may prove aliens exist, to parts of lost monster creatures. I'm Charlie, and today we're going to look at scary discoveries found in unexpected places. Before we get into it, why not discover the subscribe button and press the notification bell too. Alien lights. If I told you that alien lights were spotted, then you'd likely think it was a fake story. But this comes from a report in the American Journal of Modern Physics. In 2016, they made a startling find. They were using a newly developed telescope for the first time, and when using it, they discovered some extraterrestrial entities in the environment. These pink dotted lights were invisible to the human eye, but the Galileo telescope with a convex lens was able to see it. The entities were said to be moving intelligently. This suggests some kind of surveillance of the area. The lights were seen at night over Tampa Bay, Florida. The scientist behind this, Dr. Sam Tilley, found the first known evidence of an apparent existence in our universe. The telescope can also see antimatter galaxies, antimatter asteroids, and antimatter cosmic rays. But the most amazing discovery were these alien lights in the sky. These have been independently verified by his colleagues. And
they be having
on
some
an
weird
official list
shapes,
of
bro.
invisible
I'll be like, bro,
terrestrial
what is
entities,
this?
also known as ITEs. This is as close to aliens as we've ever got.
Facts.
Moa Birdfoot.
Bro, but
Birdfoot?
how do you feel about aliens?
No, them bitches here.
No, them
I'm sorry, bro. That just made me mad because, like, niggas, they be capping like they not. I be seeing.
I be feeling like that.
Bro.
I be feeling like all these like historic stuff and all this stuff really is true. They just either hiding or like they somewhere or like I don't know.
Facts. I know they are, bro.
I have a feeling in like either all this stuff could be like cap and people could just be making this up to the complete max, or all this stuff is true and they just trying to cover it up. That's how I feel. It's one or the other.
In 1987, some archaeologists were doing an expedition of a cave. The cave was Mount Owen in New Zealand. But as they were exploring, they found something very scary. They found a gigantic dinosaur-like foot. It was still very much intact with scaly skin and flesh. It was so well preserved that the scientists thought the animal must have passed away recently. But upon further examination, it was revealed to be 3,300 years old.
Bro, that's still
knows
close.
how the mummified remains of a prehistoric moa bird got into this cave. Back in the prehistoric ages, the moa bird was the largest bird in the world. The mystery is who mummified this bird claw.
Yeah, how we started getting legs. Yeah, that joint look
place.
like a human leg for real.
Bella
Except for
in the witch elm.
the feet, obviously. But yeah, that joint's crazy.
This one takes place in Worcestershire, England. On the 18th of April 1943, 4 local boys were playing in the woods. That is when they came across a large witch elm tree. They thought it would be a good place to hunt birds' nests. So
Bro.
Hunts birds nest. Bro, if I see that, I'm already going the opposite way. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take a picture, then I'm gonna do the dash. But if I see something like over there or something, nah, I'm gonna do the dash. Ain't no time for no picture. I'm not gonna cap.
So they tried to climb inside the tree, but as they did, they found a hollowed out trunk and discovered a skull. At first, they thought it was an animal, but then they saw human hair and teeth. The boys reported this to the police and the tree was cut down. Inside they found a complete skeleton with a shoe, a gold wedding ring and some clothing. Forensics found out it was a female who'd been in there for 18 months. Unfortunately, there were no records to find out who this woman was. Dentists from all over the country were contacted to try and do some more forensics, but unfortunately they never found out who this was. That is until a mysterious graffiti message in 1944. The graffiti, which was done on the street nearest to the witch elm, said, "Who put Bella down the witch elm?" This led investigators to trace who Bella could have been. The graffiti message was washed away, but it keeps coming back over and over again. And to this day, if you go to Worcestershire, you can see graffiti saying, "Who put Bella in the witch elm?" Police now suspect that whoever did it was also the person who did the graffiti. But because this happened so long ago, we may never know who put Bella in the witch elm. Nazca Lines.
At all, bro. That's crazy.
The Nazca Lines are one of the biggest mysteries in the world. They're located in Peru, and they were first spotted by commercial aircraft in the 1920s and 30s. Now with modern satellite imagery, we can get an even better picture of these lines. As you can see, there are hundreds of enormous lines. The geometric lines make depictions of animals, plants, and figures. And they were made over 2,000 years ago by people of pre-Inca Nazca culture. They did this by removing the red surface pebbles to reveal the lighter earth below. This created many designs which could only be seen from above. The question is, how could they coordinate this without seeing from high up? This has led to many theories about aliens seeing this from above. Experts say the lines were likely a ritual communication between the Nazcas and their gods. But how could they orchestrate these gigantic lines from ground level? Maybe they had some help from something above.
Who knows?
Barents Sea Craters.
I'm telling you, how I feel like back then, I feel like they capping about some stuff back then, because you know how some movies be talking about some historical times, they talk about werewolves, all this, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And how they starting to come around now, they starting to see Bigfoot or whatever. Even if the junk not true and it's fake people in them, so whatever. But if it is real and it was back then, how did they just randomly go extinct, you feel me? They said that asteroid hit and all that stuff, but there's plenty of stuff that still survived and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You feel me? For that stuff, for us to, come back onto this earth. No, I don't know.
For sure.
It's just so many questions. So many.
You never know.
Never know.
In March of 2016, some scientists from Norway made an amazing discovery. They had linked giant craters found in the Barents Sea to the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is said to be the most dangerous area of water in the world. Thousands of
For sure.
Looking to earn real cash rewards for sharing your opinion? Join Q.
planes, ships, and boats have gone missing in the area. Over the years, there have been many theories about the Bermuda Triangle. But really, no one knows exactly why everything that goes near it goes missing. But these Norwegian scientists have a pretty good idea. They said the giant craters in the Barents Sea could have been created by exploding natural gas. They also say this has the possibility of being dangerous for vehicles in the area.
Right quick. I feel like with the Bermuda Triangle, they say everything starts messing up and all that, and they start turning directions, all that. I feel like if they know that stuff and start messing up, I feel like they should just keep going straight no matter what. You feel me? Because no matter what, if you start turning, you turn left and everything start looking the same, you turn right, then you don't know how far left and how far right you went, then the next thing you know, it's over.
Yeah.
So you might as well just keep going straight. That's how I just feel about that.
The exploding gas could cause massive...
People be teleporting.
Oh yeah, true. It do be saying that.
Yeah.
You go straight and then come back.
You like, huh?
Nah. You start going straight and then you just keep going and you just run out. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, that's wild.
That's wild to me.
That is deep. That's deep. That's deep.
Waves which would tip over ships, and the waves could even go as high as aeroplanes, knocking them out of the sky. Igor Yeltsev, a scientist from Russia, also confirmed this theory. He suspects the secret of the Bermuda Triangle is methane gas. So it's likely that underwater in the Bermuda Triangle there's lots of methane gas. This sometimes causes explosions, making waves of water knock over vehicles. And that is likely why so many ships and aircraft go missing in the area. Dead Sea Scrolls.
That's tough if that's...
We all think we know what Noah's Ark
it just happens to happen to them when they be going across the area.
The Dead Sea Scrolls suggest that Noah's Ark was something different than what we believe. As you can see in the scrolls, the Ark is shaped like a pyramid. This was discovered 5 years after the scrolls were found. That's because the scrolls were so old and in fragments. But after a lab scanned tens of thousands of fragments, they found this image. Each fragment was photographed 28 different times at high resolution. When it was put together, they found new interpretations of biblical stories. As you can see, the pyramid-shaped ark has words saying the ark's tallness. This caused many to theorize that perhaps aliens were involved in Noah's Ark. You see, many connect aliens to the pyramids found all through history.
Aliens could be connected in every way. They probably
pyramids and the Mayan pyramids too.
Aliens could be the way he started life, I don't know. Aliens is just some other level.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't come down here and murk me for the one time.
I was about to say, as long as they leave me alone, I ain't never had a problem.
No cap. I just don't want. I just wondering why they want to stay hidden. But like, if they get unhidden and we figured it out, they really true, and they come down there and murk us, I'm like, dang.
Right.
You feel me?
A lot of people have no idea how these pyramids were made. And the same is true for Noah's Ark,
If
which
you don't want
was
me
a
to know,
pyramid.
then that's fine.
For
I'm
real.
not looking for you.
I'm done.
In 2015, some skiers made a scary discovery in the Italian Alps. They found Canadian skier Gregory Barnes.
Damn.
At first, the skiers thought Gregory was simply lost up the mountain, but they soon realised he'd simply been preserved. The reality is he'd been buried under snow for 35 years. The Italian authorities quickly came and retrieved Gregory, and the only reason why he was found after 35 years was because of a hotter than normal summer. This caused some of the ice in the Italian Alps to melt. This allowed the skiers to discover Barnes' body in a crevasse.
Wow.
And inside Gregory's
That's so
pocket was his passport, confirming his identity. Man of Sligo.
That's tough.
In 2014, Sligo Island experienced big storms. During this time, a 215-year-old beech tree was blown over. It's sad such an old and giant tree fell over, but what it exposed is even more sad and scary. Its exposed roots revealed a gruesome find of a young boy. He was around 17 years old, and it's thought his passing was the result of a human being. Analysis of the skeleton revealed he lived during the early medieval period. That is between the years 1030 and 1200 AD.
Someone started planting a tree after they killed this man. That's crazy.
Planted it right on him, too.
Right on him. How that tree just happened to fall. And then it just happened to be that's crazy.
Several injuries were visible on the bones.
Yeah, that is
This includes 2 injuries to his ribs and 1 on his hand. Because he lived so long ago, we may never know what happened to this boy. But it's creepy that it took 215 years and a massive storm to expose this mystery.
For real.
Bosnian spheres.
That's crazy.
In March of 2016, a huge stone sphere was discovered in Bosnia. It looks like it's definitely man-made because it's a perfectly round sphere. But right now there's a lot of debate as to whether this is man-made or natural. The stone has a radius of about 5 feet.
If it's natural, that's
and it
crazy.
could weigh over 30 tons, making it the most massive stone sphere in Europe. Natural sedimentation is found all over the sphere. And one archaeologist said it takes hundreds of thousands of years for this sedimentation to form. But what could have made this sphere? Some say it was man-made, but how would someone hundreds of thousands of years ago have done this? It can't even be done with the kind of tools and equipment we have now. That's why some say aliens or some other creature could have made this. But
For
right
real.
now,
I'm telling
scientists
you.
are stumped.
Something back then is smarter than us right now. Facts.
But now it's
Or
time
the
for you to
aliens.
make your voice heard. Vote in the poll in the top right-hand corner which discovery was the scariest. If you want some more amazing videos, then check out my second channel. But as always, thank you for watching. There's some more videos on screen.
That joint was some different stuff, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, that's it for the video, man. We out this thing.
Yeah.
Gang.